Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a little bit of a cold, so don't mind my sick voice, but we're going to hop right into this tutorial. So for this look, I already started out with my foundation because I was doing a foundation first impression on that new Milani foundation that came out. So I'll link it in the video in case you want to see, and I'm also using the new Wet n Wild beauty brushes, the two-toned synthetic ones, and I did a review on those as well. So I will link that video in case you want to see reviews on both those new products. But as always, I'm just starting off with my foundation and my brows, and now I'm just going to clean up my brows with some concealer. To start off this eye look, I'm just going to apply a base. I'm using my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, and then I'm going to set the paint pot with a translucent powder so that the shadows blend easier over top of the base. For today's look, I'm using the new Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced, and it was extremely hard to get my hands on this, but I have it now. For this look, I wanted to use the colors that really caught my eye and that I would use on a daily basis. So if you want to see a more dramatic look using this palette, definitely give this video a thumbs up so that I know to do more looks with this palette. I know I've been really excited for this to launch, so I'm assuming a lot of you are as well. But I just took the shade Georgia and Puree in my crease. I mixed them together because I didn't want it as dark as Puree, and then I'm just going over top of my lid with the shade Just Peachy. I wanted to brighten up the inner third of my eye a little bit more, so I'm using the shade Luscious and just going over that inner third, and then I'm flipping the brush around and blending that Just Peachy into that inner corner. To highlight the brow bone, I'm using the shade Peaches and Cream, and this is just a really beautiful matte peach shade, very light peach, and I think it's pretty as a brow bone highlight. I have a lot of sheen on my lid, so I wanted to keep the brow bone more matte. Now for liner, I'm using my Maybelline gel liner, the shade Brown. I've been really into brown liner lately, and I'm using the angled brush from the Wet n Wild new brushes, which works really nicely. I love angled brushes like this to apply gel liner. For mascara, I'm using a little bit of a brown mascara and just applying one coat to my lashes. I will be applying falsies for this look, but it's completely optional. You can just wear mascara if you like. But I wanted to use these lashes by Huda Beauty. They're in the style Giselle. You can get them from Sephora, and they're very natural looking, wispy, and on the shorter end. So if you have smaller eyes or you don't like really long lashes, these are more wearable, I'd say. Then for my under eye, I'm using my Sephora Gel Serum Concealer, the correcting shade. This is the pink tone, and I'm just applying this underneath my eyes to add some brightness. I love my pink color corrector for adding brightness underneath my eyes. And then I'm going over top with the same Sephora brand gel serum, and this is in the shade Custard. To set my under eyes, I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and I've been back to loving this. Initially when I got this a while ago, I wasn't too keen on it, but now I'm really loving it. So I'm just applying a small layer of it underneath my eyes. You don't want to bake with this because it is a brightening powder, so if you bake with it, take photos or anything like that, It's going to look really bad in photography. It's going to flash back on you. So for the Laura Mercier brightening powder, definitely just use it to set. Don't use it to bake, but you can definitely use the translucent powder to bake. So now I just highlighted points of my face, and then I'm going in with that Laura Mercier translucent powder like I was talking about earlier and just setting the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm using my Ride or Die right now, which is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. And I seriously haven't used anything since I found this bronzer, and I would actually say that I would throw out all my other bronzers and just keep this one if I had to. That's how much I absolutely love this bronzer. For blush, I'm using the shade Spring Flock, which is a matte blush from MAC. It's part of the Flamingo Park collection, but it performs as more of a satin on my skin, really similar to that just peachy shade in the palette. I thought it complemented the look really nicely. So I'm applying that lightly on my cheeks with a dual fiber brush, and then I'm going in with this highlight from Urban Decay. This is the only one I haven't used on my channel yet. It's in the shade Fireball. It's the most unique one out of the 3 that Urban Decay launched. It is really pretty. I've personally never seen a highlighter this shade before, so it's definitely unique. I recommend checking it out in person to really see how it looks like in person, because I guarantee it's something you've probably never seen before. But I did want to add a pop of highlight, a little bit more, a lighter shade to my cheekbones, and then I use that shade down the center of my nose, on my nose, and on my Cupid's bow, just because I wanted something a little bit brighter. Now for my lips, I'm using Coco's Island from Ofra. They recently launched these. I love this color. It's so similar to my MAC Jazz, which you guys know I rave about forever. I compare everything to that because it's my favorite lipstick of all time. But it's definitely a color worth checking out if you like what you see. I have a 30% off coupon code with Ofra as always. It's just Cheryl, and you save 30%. So I did want a glossier look for this because I just love glossy lips in the spring and summer. So I'm adding some Buxom Creamsicle to my lips. It doesn't change the color so much as it just adds a glossy finish. Now I'm just going to finish off my lower eyes. I'm just adding a little bit of that brown mascara to my lower lashes. And then you can definitely set your face with a setting spray. I typically do, but just for this look, I was doing a foundation first impression, so I didn't. But I've been loving this setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. They came out with a bunch of different scents, and this one is peach scented. So I thought it was fitting to throw it in with the peach palette tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.